fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about long distance relationships. Before I get started, I had a friend I had met, and I can't mention any names, and I just got done talking to him. Dating a Filipina for quite a while, made quite a few trips over to the Philippines. Before I get started, I'm going to tell you how I met him. It was kind of weird. We were flying. I believe it was the first flight. I was on Delta, and he's a lot younger than me, good-looking kid, and doesn't live far from me, like very close. I think about 20 minutes away. And he was telling me he was going to the Philippines the first time. He had met, an LDR, long-distance relationship, beautiful Filipina, close to the same age, obviously a little bit younger. He's got to be, let's say, close to, let's just say 30 years old. She's about 24 years old, maybe 22. First time going over there, so we're talking on Delta, having a blast. He's having a few drinks, I'm having a few. And it was kind of funny because when we got over to, this was a flight where I was connecting to San Francisco. So we get to San Francisco not realizing that me and him are on the same flight, sitting side by side, next to each other for the long flight from San Francisco to, it was San Francisco to Taipei, Taiwan. So we had a blast. I think I ended up buying, because I don't sleep good, I ended up buying some vodka or something, and we had a few drinks, and we were out like a light. Basically wake up, there's about an hour before we land. So anyways, he meets this girl, and he's made quite a few trips over there. He processed her fiance visa, and they most recently, he just got her over here last November. And I just get a message today, we just got done talking. He found out he had to bring her to the doctors, and they had like a physical exam, and it came back that she caught like a sexual transmitted disease. And so, make a long story short, he ended up finding out that she had cheated on him 3 times, and I was like, whoa, are you sure? But, with the sexually transmitted disease, obviously she was. Because I was, with these Filipinas, they do get very jealous. Because you got to remember, a foreigner's like a prize. You know what I mean? They're looking at, we got to get real. A better life, So, he had told me that he's shipping her back. She's at Detroit Metro right now, heading back to the Philippines, and they did get married over here. And what I'm kind of going with this is, everybody, don't get me wrong, the Philippines is beautiful, and there is a lot of good women over there, but like I've said it before, I think you're better off going into the province and finding and building a relationship first for a while. Not picking up these women that are in Metro Manila. Because, come on, it's 2025. And before we get going here, too, a lot of you are going to say, oh, I get these trolls on here, these low-life fucking pieces of fucking crap that want to say, your wife's cheating, she's got a boyfriend. I'm going to say this again. I wasn't looking, I didn't go on a dating app, I wasn't looking to meet somebody in the Philippines. I didn't even know about the Philippines, and the way me and my wife met. And my wife is more my age. We're like 6 years apart. My wife doesn't cheat. My wife doesn't leave the house. Her significant other, the guy she had the kids with, because she was loyal, She left a long time ago. The guy's dead. He's dead. My wife's parents are dead. She is very loyal, but like I said, the jealousy, I'm dealing with the jealousy problems. Now, if my wife was cheating, you got to remember too, over there in the Philippines, they love nothing but gossip. Gossip, gossip. If you are in a long distance relationship, you're gonna find out. Somebody's gonna hit you up on your Messenger or your Facebook, and they're gonna tell on that person. Everybody knows everyone's business down there. They're jealous, highly jealous. So if you are in a relationship, 9 times out of 10, you gotta remember, I started this channel, I didn't mean to. I just blogged one day my experience, why I left, my honest truth. And I've met a lot of great people. I can't believe how many people come from Michigan, you know. Dating's not easy. And like I said, you know, I'm no expert in this. I've never been married here. I canceled 2 weddings here. All I can do is tell you my personal experience and what I'm going through. But I love where I get some of these guys trying to start and say, oh, your wife's over there, she's got guys. Dude, I got 4 kids at the house. You know, one's in college, she's back, it's Holy Week. You know, CCC TVs, but we use that for the piggery or for theft, or if somebody wants to come over and do something stupid. And thank God, because I dealt with the women over here in the United States that were cheating. That's why I canceled one of the weddings, you know. But, you know, it's a shame. Like I said, you know, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just mentioning that here's an LDR that, you know, and it sucks because the kid, man, good-looking kid, hard worker, and this kind of shit's got to happen. And what these Filipinas don't realize is if they do that, and they're going to tell somebody, they're going to tell their little, they call it batchmate or their best friend, and you already know. Nobody can keep a secret these days. It's going to get out, and they will get caught, you know. And what I was telling my friend today when he was telling me what was going on was, I said, well, you know, at least you caught it early, you know. At least you caught it now. You know, I think maybe they got married here, but maybe, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 months ago. I forget. But like I said, you caught it early. You know, I don't know if you guys can work it out. One thing with me is if I did catch somebody cheating and you're married, you're done. There's no second chance with me. But yeah, you know, the long distance relationships, it's not easy, you know. Thank God. I couldn't imagine some of you guys that got to the Philippines back when my father was over there and you met a Filipina, you know, where you don't have this, where you can do video calls, you know, WhatsApp, you know, where you'd have to go by letter, because I've heard some stories like that, you know, where you got to write letters, and we all know if you write a letter, back then, I mean, I don't know if you wouldn't get the letter for 3 or 4 months, 5 months to get a letter. By that time, things could change, but, you know, the convenience right now, it is kind of neat. You know, I can call over to the Philippines and have a perfect signal using Messenger or WhatsApp, but here where I live, right here in Michigan, I can call on my phone, mobile phone, with a great plan, call my buddy down the street and I'll lose a connection. That's what's messed up. But I can call over to the Philippines and I rarely lose a connection. It's kind of weird. But anyways, I want to thank all the new subscribers and then all the people that I have met here now, and we built a pretty good relationship because, like I said, you know, dating or being married, it's not easy, you know. Like I said, over here in America, I know a lot of people that have been married a long time, 25 years, 30 years, they're going through divorce. You know, it's just, it's a goofy world, but yeah, anyways, Yeah, it's just sad. It's sad that women have to do that. And a lot of them, they're, when you ask them why, they'll say, because I thought you were doing it. You know, they thought that you were doing it, so they're going to cheat. It just shows, you got to remember too, over in the Philippines and over here, everybody's on social media. But over there, it seems like they act like children a little bit more. You know, just little childish. But that's the culture, you know. And don't get me wrong, we have it over here too. And by no means am I perfect. I do have control issues, but hey, I'm a grown-ass man. I work hard, and, you know, if I, especially in the beginning, you know, if I ask a question, you know, I want an answer. And over there, a lot of times it's, I don't know what you call it. It's like, you're not like downgrading them, you're not like accusing them, you're just asking a question, but that language barrier, the way the words come out, they feel like that you're kind of not so much picking on them, but you're like accusing them of something, but all you're doing is asking a question. Yeah, it's goofy over there, very, very goofy. But anyways, just a little heads up on some of these LDRs going south. And I'm getting a lot of contacts now where a lot of people we're sharing the same experience. You know, we're going through the same stuff. Not all women are cheating, but the jealousy thing is a big issue over there, and it's something I'm learning how to handle now with my wife. I know what not to say, and kind of do. It's a process. And like I said, it's two different cultures. So anyway, stay tuned. I kind of got a pretty good video coming up. I'm just trying to kind of keep some things going a little bit till I can get over there. And I got my backpack ordered so I can kind of travel light and hit a bunch of towns like I said. So anyway, stay tuned for the next video. Hope this could help somebody else out.